Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's watch party for Millennium. I'm Andrew. I'm joined by Dom. Welcome, Dom.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, I can see we've got some great friends joining us. Just to say, today's sync point for the movie will be where it says Gladden Entertainment Corporation on screen. So, over on YouTube, I can see Pepjin is joining us. And over on Discord, we've got some great friends joining us. Let's quickly rattle through the names. I can see Brainwire is here. I can see Mad Matt, Calbot. Calbot can't join tonight. What a shame. Tormented Gothic Princess is here. Lizardman, ENIAC, Embry, Sharon. Let's go through if I see any more. And Eric, there we go. And Zombie Gal 80, welcome. So, everybody, this is going to be a lot of fun, this film. I don't know, I think there's a lot of people who've not seen this film before. I know you're
Myself included.
You're fresh to it, Dom, which is going to be a lot. I think you're going to like this. And James Hellier, welcome, James, and Colonel Spider. Oh, Pepjin, what movie can I compare to this movie? I am The Black Hole, and you'll see why later on. Fraglord, welcome. Never seen this before. So, who's not seen this? Who has seen this? That's probably the best question I've got, really.
Yeah, 1 in the chat if you have seen it, and a 2 in the chat if you have not. So 2 for me.
Yeah, most people haven't seen it. James, Timescape maybe as well. Oh wow, Colonel Spider says you've seen this before, and it was mind blowing. Worth a watch again. I saw this. I think, like our friend Carla, who joined us last week, said she saw it on cable. I saw it on satellite TV here. It was one of those kind of movies that just played in the regular rotation of films that maybe didn't do so great. I think actually I rented this on video as well off my man with the videos in the trunk of his car.
The trunk rental.
The trunk rental man, yes, with his retail copies of movies. But everybody, Dom, if you do the countdown for us, let's get into it.
Get ready, everybody, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and press play.
Here we go. And if you'd like to see in his prime shirtless Chris Christopherson, he's very shirtless in this.
Good. That's what I need in my life.
Shirtless Chris Christopherson. But here we go. Straight into the film.
Who misses this period of aviation? Where the movies were all on one big screen at the front.
I've also been on planes where the movie was played on TVs suspended in the aisle, where there were regular TVs. First time I flew to America in 1998 was where I experienced that. And the films were The Avengers, the terrible 1997 film with Sean Connery as the bad guy in the teddy bear suit. Oh, my God.
We hit him.
That's right, Sir August de Winter, James, in The Avengers. Remember, yeah, more like they hit you, yeah.
I know, they came out of nowhere, just body slammed them.
I've got to be honest, though, I don't think it particularly matters who hits who.
In the sky.
No. I forgot how well this film opens. If you don't know much about it, I'd love to be watching this right now, not knowing anything about it and not having seen a trailer. I'm quite envious of you guys.
Yeah, I mean, then again, last week's film opened with an amazing plane set piece as well.
Phonic, welcome, Phonic. We are 2 minutes and 34 seconds in.
And a hell of a lot of story in already. A plane has
Colonel Spider, no, We don't watch the films on Discord. We discuss it on Discord with our community. We discuss it on YouTube. But to actually watch the film, you need your own copy of the movie because we can't stream it for copyright reasons. However, I'm sure if you were to look on YouTube, I believe someone's uploaded a full copy of the movie, which you could watch along with us. Oh, Eric, you're glad you're watching this now and not when you're going on vacation. You're flying this year. Where are you going, Eric?
You should play it loudly on your laptop or whatever for the audience around you to see.
Well, I've told you before, my long flights to when I go to America, I like watching disaster films overnight on my own. I love a disaster movie. Are you going to Gran Canaria, Spain, Eric? You'll be all right. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
I've actually been on a jet that size before.
Mm.
There was an airline in the UK called I think it was British Midland, and I flew from sort of the south of the UK to Scotland on a plane like that, and I called it my private jet.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I remember flying in the days when I was a child. My first flight, I went to Florida to Disney World, and I was invited to go into the cockpit and see the pilots. They didn't ask me if I like gladiator movies or anything like that. But
well, James Helly is asking me a question. I'm going to ask it to all of you as well. What's your favourite classic disaster movies? Mine is Earthquake.
Does Airplane count?
Maybe. Wow, Pepjin, you've never been in a plane. Wow.
It's an experience.
Sharon says Towering Inferno. Lizard Man, we are at 4:55.
Every disaster movie does have this stoic montage at the beginning, doesn't it, of seeing your lead players' faces with the most bombastic, awesome music.
But to be fair, that's not a pretty sight they're coming across now.
Yeah, you can't have like jolly, happy-go-lucky
There's no
music.
happy plane crashes.
No.
No, James, you're right. Towering Inferno's great. Paris at Poseidon Adventure, the original's great. Irwin Allen made some great films.
Why did disaster movies become really bad? Really bad.
We could watch the worst disaster movie, one of the worst disaster movies ever made.
Oh, which is this?
Check the year of it. Hang on, if it's in my... Who wants... Okay, if I can get enough people asking, we will watch Airport 79, a.k.a. The Concorde.
Oh. Bob Ross never painted any happy little plane crashes.
No, he never did.
It'll be our secret, just in the background there. Our happy little plane crash.
Based on what happens in that movie, I'm going to say it's science fiction.
Airport movies. Does Final Destination count as disaster movies?
Kind of. It's a horror disaster. I will say though, it's a really nice set they've created for the airport for the plane crash.
For sure, shooting it in darkness is always difficult, and this is a really good night shot.
Yeah.
But like, it's a set then. I mean, of course, it's a set. They've got props and everything there, but making chaos look real is oddly difficult. Like whenever you see a destroyed room in a movie, it's hard to capture that kind of chaos. And this is that on a bigger scale, a grander scale.
Okay, James wants that as well. I've scheduled it in later this year. I'm not going to say when, but we have got Airport 79, The Concorde.
They need to start making planes out of whatever that shoe is made out of. It seemed to survive the crash.
Does anyone else really enjoy the show Air Crash Investigation, aka Mayday? I love it.
I've never heard it, but
Oh, it's on
that
National
sounds like
Geographic.
something I'd be into.
It's been running for about 20 years on National Geographic. It's great. It's basically investigations into why planes went down and crashed. And
So it's the dude's equivalent of binge watching like murder porn,
kind of, yeah, but
the
it's
murder
it's
mystery
it's,
stuff.
it's documentaries about it. It's really good
Yeah.
though.
How many Midwest crashes have there been?
There's been a frightening number of plane crashes. Yes, Eric, it was vampires that took down the plane, which is why Whistler's there, Abraham Whistler.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. I do love seeing all these helicopters around.
They found the black box.
There we go.
Aren't
they actually orange?
It depends.
But why don't they make the plane out of the same stuff that the black box is made out of? So many.
Lizard Man saying, so when do the passengers show up alive and with superpowers? No, it's not this movie. Oh, welcome, Carl Redbird. It might be the same show. I know the air crash investigation it's called in the UK. I know it's called Mayday in some countries. I do find it fascinating, actually, all the layers they have of the rules, the various bodies about the aircraft, about you got the NTSB, you've got the Embry. No, there's no one showing up dead with superpowers either. There's no superpowered vampires, zombies, or anything like that in this.
Oh, well, I'm leaving then. Oh, that's what I came here for.
You're not going to get where this is going if you don't know where this is going.
When did this movie come out again?
1989.
Yeah, you can tell by the amount of beige that we're going into the 90s. Embry's channeling my goblin right now with the emojis of flipping the table.
I don't know. I think you're going to probably find it's cooler.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I am. I know pretty much nothing, but what you and Carla told me last week was intriguing. So I'm excited to see how it's going to pull the rug from underneath me. Very few people.
And this is what they often do in plane crashes. They carry all the wreckage to a hangar and they basically do a jigsaw puzzle to try to lay it out.
Yeah, put it back together again.
Yeah.
And see what went wrong.
Well, Sharon, you're right there about mid-air collisions should never realistically happen, but they do. They introduced there was a fault with the system they introduced. It's quite a famous one. And what happened was, the idea was they introduced a system where the planes would basically, if one plane detected another plane, they're supposed to alter their height to go apart. But unfortunately, the system in the earlier version had a flaw in it. And what happened was, it's the equivalent of, like, when you're in the supermarket and you're walking directly ahead to someone and you end up both going the same direction and end up basically bumping carts. That's what happened, because the system didn't have like a thing to say, right, I'm going to go up and I'm going to go down. The planes just went, and ended up hitting that way.
Well, okay, I'm sort of happy that the human problem of is not unique to humans. Machines do it too.
It's been resolved now for many years.
Good. It is incredible that we have mastered the art of flying in such a small time as well. Like barely 100 years. I can almost smell that coffee in these little
Instant. That's
polystyrene. Yeah.
that's Folgers. How old was he in this? He's got a very wrinkly face.
I'm not sure. Love is in the air. How many come hither looks is she going to cast his direction?
He's 53 when he made this.
Oh, he wears it well. I would have said a bit younger. But yeah, you're right. The wrinkles.
Yeah.
Ooh, just gonna
Mm.
disable my camera for just a moment. I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
But I am still here.
So those people who are watching who've never seen this film before, where do you think it's going? And we've got the engineer, sound engineer, who can magically filter everything out. Okay, Ember, you're saying time loop, they hit themselves. No. Pepjin says multiverse. No. Mad Matt, you're right, to infinity and beyond. Yes.
I haven't a clue yet. It's still a big mystery. What year is this based in?
1988, 89. It's
Okay. This guy's mullet is responsible for everything. I'm calling it now.
a pullet, permed mullet.
Oh god, yeah. There was some weird sci-fi device on the aliens.
Okay, you're saying aliens?
Yeah, I'm gonna lock in aliens.
Okay, Sharon's saying Cheryl Ladd is the key. Don't know what else her purpose would be at this point. Oh, that's awful. Look, it's like a high school gym for a dance. It was set up and now it's being used as a makeshift morgue where they're embalming everybody and looking at the remains.
Better use for the high school dance, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, Pepjin says, is a guy who loves plane crashes like a pyromaniac for plane crashes? Nope.
I like how varied our guesses are. Oh. That's odd.
Mad Matt, no, you're not spiking the punch at the dance with embalming fluid.
It was a plane for clowns. They all had gag watches.
Yeah. Eric says they don't have a clue what's going on yet. Pepjin says, and at the end it's a Canadian who's crashing the planes.
It was a clown convention.
Embry says, it was a clown convention, yeah.
God, this guy came in swinging, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
One of
That's
Newton's
a good
laws.
answer.
Yeah.
Oh, Sharon says, I'm guessing the whole key to this is that another plane that came out of a time vortex or time loop caused the crash on purpose for some reason. No.
Asking the important questions. Were the shoes of all these people oddly elongated? Did you find flowers that squirted water, perchance?
Yeah.
Were there oddly more bodies in the plane that could have reasonably fit inside?
We found a red nose for every person on the plane.
We couldn't find the heads or the hands, but we found all the noses. All of them are giving him the same look I'm giving him. Like, you've hit the nose. You've hit it weirdly right on the nose. What are you? How are you responsible, sir?
Zombie Gal says, I thought about getting this in Blu-ray, but got it on DVD and it looks pretty good. It looks a great film. This film was a bit of a bomb when it came out, but I think it's aged really nicely. It's we need to get answers, or this will bankrupt Clown Airways.
Yeah. We can't have any more issues with Clown Airways. No one's buying our packages at all. But yeah, Chris here with his tie that's cut off. It's squared at the bottom. I've only ever seen that in Red Dwarf.
You've got to say as well that Maury Chaikin, who's playing Roger here, passed away in 2010. However, he was just a staple in so many movies.
Yeah.
He's one of those, oh, that guys.
Yeah, I was about to say he's that guy. He's like, oh yeah, it's that guy.
Yeah. Exactly, he was in War Games. But I think you're referring not to... I don't think you're referring... Oh, it was. Yeah, it's Jim in War Games. Yes.
Dealing with those little gremlins on the wings. Bill Smith could be.
I will
It's
say
the
that's.
Chris Christopherson of American names.
I have to be honest though, giving him the name Bill Smith, and that's actually his character's real name. I'll let you know into a secret of the film. That's not a false name this character has. They obviously didn't go to the well of names, you know?
Well, if they went to the well, they didn't dig very deep.
No, exactly. I mean, it's like, hey, when you think about the character name, okay, Bill Smith.
I'm still fighting for John Everyman.
Oi, get your hand off her ass. Oh, that was
Exactly.
nearly inappropriate, Christoph, Bill. Yes, this is a book, an adaptation of a story called Air Raid.
William Williamson. Willy Will. Oh, wow. Yeah, they move quick.
It's the facial hair.
I can almost guarantee it. It's a very well kept beard.
It is. Our first shirtless Chris Christopherson.
His back is weirdly bony. I don't like it. He looks like a half-baked 80s effect.
He looks a
Yeah,
bit
they're
like
always your last cigarette.
he actually looks a bit like the creature from Extro.
A little bit, yeah.
James Helly says, "We do not talk about Extro."
Why not? It's a delight of a movie.
Sharon says, "Do they even know each other's names?" I look away for 1 second and that moved fast. Well, Sharon,
Bill and
his name's Bill Smith. I'm sorry, if you hook up with a guy and he says his name's Bill Smith, you're thinking he's got a real name and a wife and kids at home.
Oh, for sure.
Well, Lizardman's saying maybe she's into facial hair.
She clearly is. The attention she's giving to that chin. Nonsense. Having to. Oh.
Is anyone else expecting when they kiss that his beard is going to sort of climb over her face and envelop it?
That's how Bill Smith consumes matter. That's the real villain of the movie.
So we're 26 minutes into the film, 27 minutes into the film. Who's got any idea where this is going yet?
I know where this is going, but that's about it. I want Bill to wake up and be like, "You used me. It was just for the beard, wasn't it?"
Is that the shirt he was wearing earlier?
It looks a little too grand for her petite frame.
Well, Eric says, "I'm not saying it was the aliens, but it's aliens." Nope, no aliens.
That had better not be a long distance call, Missy.
Yeah. Should be opening the minibar next.
Oh,
eating the peanuts.
Vile. Eating the peanuts and the M&Ms, yeah. That cost like $14. That's such a comedic cut.
The thing is, as well, you can tell he doesn't spring for a good hotel because they don't have a phone in the bathroom.
No, all the good hotels have phones in the bathrooms.
Matt's saying that shirt is important to pay attention.
I'm on board with Sharon now. I think she's part of the problem. She's too suspicious to just be horny.
You can trim my beard.
Before it trims you.
Liz Mann saying this is fast turning into one of Seth MacFarlane's "oh crap, I could have died on 9/11" jokes. We'll just wait.
Don't order any room service while I'm gone.
You can have something from the starters, but not from the entrees. One dish. See, she already ordered room service. Damn woman, you waste no time.
Immediately.
Okay, so who thinks she's a ghost from the flight?
Wait, we're going into ghost territory, but we haven't even got past aliens yet.
No, she's not a ghost from the flight, anyway. I'm just going to say that. This man says she took advantage of their express checkout.
She's just in the bathroom. He just didn't look very hard.
Yeah.
My God, she's gone. Leaves, slamming the
You didn't
door.
realise it's one of those hotel rooms where the toilet is in a separate room in the bathroom.
Yeah. What do you mean she gave me a fake name?
No one, I mean nobody, gives Bill Smith a
Bill
fake
Smith.
a fake name. That must be genuinely such an eerie thing.
I was about to say, it's haunting just looking at that.
Yeah. The fact they basically it's like a giant jigsaw puzzle. They literally take all the pieces, sort them into piles, and then keep sorting those piles into an order. And then basically they lay the plane out on the floor.
You're not going to share some life advice to Bill Smith?
No.
You turning the lights off?
Yeah, why not make it more romantic?
Get some mood lighting going on.
Yeah.
I want to be alone here with my plane.
Oh, Sharon's saying she's going to show up there, I bet.
Gonna scramble out and put the shoe on her foot.
That's right.
Been looking for that. Oh, he's gonna find the sci-fi. Wait, how did they not find the sci-fi gizmo? Don't put your hand in there. That's a lot of loose metal thread.
Embry says he's going to find her shirt.
The world's coolest knuckle duster. Or is it a vape pen from 2026?
It's damn it, she's vaping too.
Gonna blow a fat cloud.
Why does it smell like candy and watermelon in here?
Yeah.
That'll
A live circuit. Let's just touch it with metal.
That'll teach him.
Yeah.
Why is there a Duran Duran video happening now in the hangar?
Alternate dimension, then?
Nope.
That's just what someone who made the planes crash would say. You got very sweaty, dude. You might want to go see a doctor.
Yeah.
I
think Sharon's got it though. There, time travelers. Yeah, Sandpiper time travelers arriving through it. So it's a time travel movie.
Hi, dude.
No,
that's not a fake
name. No, the effects aren't that bad. I mean, it didn't have an enormous budget. I think it looks quite reasonable.
I've seen way worse. I've enjoyed way worse. I'm glad that airports in the future are still a pain in the arse.
Yeah.
A time quake?
I'm
starting to think I've seen this parodied somewhere. Burn. Get him, Louise. Not the medicine. all the hairspray that keeps your hair in that awesome style.
It's an interesting spin on time travel in that you can change the past, but by changing the past, it will actually destroy the future because it creates paradoxes. Because I think it's safe to assume that the Earth in this current era is rather in a bad state.
For sure. All right, we need to know what did this so we can avoid it.
But that'd be changing the past.
I'm fine with that.
But that would destroy them. That'd create a paradox.
Could be worse.
James is saying, why can't future people use their time travel technology for good, say, by saving me from the Extra Watch Party?
You don't understand. By seeing Extra, we've avoided this. We've avoided this nightmare. He's never going to forgive me for Extra, is he?
No. The robot does look a little bit like Crichton from Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
So you weren't entirely successful, Louise.
No. One of you has.
Ah.
And order an insane, almost inhuman amount of terrible hotel burgers.
Yes.
At his expense.
And don't forget a $25 pot of the smallest, meltiest ice cream you've ever known.
Yeah. Yeah, where's Time Cop when we need him? Where's Jean-Claude Van Damme?
But again, on a more serious note, this is quite interesting that it's showing that time isn't linear for the time traveler and the person they're meeting.
Yeah.
Ah. Did not smoke enough.
Primordial atmosphere.
Lizard Man, it's not going to be completely messing with your mind. But you still don't quite know what's happening, do you, Dom?
No. I understand that the future is a mess. Everyone's dying.
Yes. And if they alter the past, it will destroy the future.
Yeah. Oh god, she's cosplaying as M. Bison. I see. So they go in, yoink passengers on doomed airplanes, and bring them into dead future society to populate the dead planet?
Yes.
Awesome.
Because you can take people who are dead, effectively.
Yeah.
Because their timelines end in those crashes.
Exactly.
You are right, Eric. It's quite a clever Quite a clever plan, though, of getting people who won't be missed.
Mm. Wait, hair and stuff for lookalikes. Do they?
You'll see.
Is she being sent to die in place of another person?
No,
Okay.
no, no.
Rapid indoctrination.
Yeah. It's got quite a nice aesthetic, the future in this. It's a very
12
grim
Monkeys
kind
kind
of
of effect.
industrial. Yep, Mad Max, exactly. Pay attention to the cigarette disposal. When they throw cigarettes, they get shot
It
by
gets
lasers.
zapped. Mm-hmm. You say it's Orwellian phonic. I kind of disagree. I mean, the Orwell had a very pessimistic view on the future, and it doesn't seem that pessimistic. It seems optimistic in a dire scenario.
Well, just to find out, there's more to it, Don. There's still more. I'm only giving you little
Give
mouthfuls
me,
of the
yeah,
where we're going
samplers.
with this.
There is a great episode of Love, Death, and Robots that deals with time travel and going back to kill Adolf Hitler. And it's a delight. It's about 5 minutes long, I think, and it's just fun. Definitely worth a watch. I see what you mean by it's aged well.
Hmm. I know, James. The Dead Zone will have a watch party at some point.
Oh, for sure.
Here we go. Now we're about to see a bit more of. There we go. What they do. So here's a question for everybody watching this: what thing would you do in the past that no one would notice or care about? That would be as a time traveler. What do you think you could get away with doing?
That is a good question. Taking the sports almanac 1957 and betting on it. We're going Terminator rules.
Lizard Man says, "I just want to see dinosaurs."
Oh, those paper cups.
James says he would erase Extro from history.
You monster! You don't understand. That'll put us on the worst timeline. To steal a joke from Red Dwarf, go back in time and tell Dustin Hoffman not to make Ishtar.
Yeah. The thing is, it's quite good about this, and it also shows they are replacing the cabin crew with reasonable lookalike, but not 100% lookalikes. They're not exactly the same. But then again, most passengers don't care enough about the cabin crew to really know if it's.
You need to be concerned about the people who care that much about the cabin crew.
Yeah. There we go.
Why can't I have that on my plane? Why can't I have knockout service whenever I fly?
Yeah.
Can I put you out for the duration, sir? Oh, please.
Yeah.
Talk about taking one for the team.
Yeah.
Whoa! Oh, that's got a kick.
She's actually blown a hole in him, if you look.
I take it this is our boy who is convinced that time travelers exist.
It's also quite good. It's a very strong female protagonist movie.
Yeah. And she isn't a perfect individual. She's reckless. She has very strong feelings. I need this service. I need to be able to be put under at the blink of an eye. Oh wow, what tube does that dude have connected to him?
Well, Eric's saying, so the kid seeing this is the professor in the future.
That's what I'm thinking.
I love this. You see, look, the plane, just kind of the back end of the plane comes back through time, or goes forward in time.
Quick, get the only food we can consume. Airplane food.
There we go. But look at the other side.
Yeah, lookalikes.
That's the lookalikes. So how would you So how would they? I mean, it's a really clever crime, kind of they're committing. Well, is it a crime, or is this actually is this a good or a bad thing they're doing? I mean, these people were going to die. They did die. Oh, welcome, Kiskaloo. We are at 53 minutes and 12 seconds. Yeah, Sharon, pretty clever with the lookalikes. I mean, are they
these
doing a?
people the exact versions of these people, but
They're
in
just
the future?
lookalikes. No, no, no. They're just
Okay.
lookalikes. They're like, I don't know, like dummy clone things that can walk, but that's about it. But they're not really people.
Uh,
And she lost her stunner.
mm.
Now, I tell you, they need to have them on damn wrist bracelets or something for the people
They
dropping all the
do.
stunners in this film.
You're seeing all these professors with glasses that have
Yeah.
the the retainer thing on them. Why don't these things have that technology? Ooh, these crusty boys.
Yeah.
They're unsettling.
There's something quite charming about these effects as well.
Yeah, the makeup and effects. They're cute. They do remind me of like 80s Doctor Who and
Mm.
that kind of stuff. Oh, whoa!
Yeah,
Oh,
Lizard
you
Man
girls
says,
are right.
no time, what a weird thing for time travelers to say.
Yeah.
And the gate closes. If you think back to our Hellraiser watch party, I said the Cenobites remind me of these people. Sharon says, why not use other disasters to take people to the future? Does it have to be airplane crashes? I don't know. I guess because they can reliably, with plane crashes, get people.
They know a time frame of when it's going to be safe to go on and such.
I suppose as well, if it was a building, for example, or something, they can't sort of get half a building. 'Cause a plane is a mobile thing.
Yeah. I want to know more about this future. I do like his little half smiles there.
Mm.
Must be hard to do when you have to keep your eyes that
Yeah.
stone faced. Has he blinked yet?
I don't think so.
Those poor eyeballs.
So at the moment, she's not met him yet.
No.
This is her before that night of ordering room service.
So it's a film told non-chronologically as well.
Part of it. Never flown in a DC-10. I don't think I ever will because I don't think they fly anymore.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. So we are now at an earlier point in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Lizardman says, so we've looped ourselves. I feel like my lemonade should have refilled again.
Right? Why isn't my coffee back to being full?
Now she brings the coffee up to them.
Stone cold.
I'm trying to think of other films that involve time travel, other movies that involve time travel, where you go back to an earlier point in the film that happened, as in films that were released before this that featured this kind of timeline type, out of order timeline stuff. Because I don't think there's many before sort of the
I
90s.
can't think of any. Like when you saw the same scene from a totally different perspective.
Yeah.
Back to the Future, I guess.
Yeah, Back to the
But
Future. Back to the Future 1, maybe some bits of it. Fraglord saying the sequel could pick up the people from the Hindenburg. Yeah. But also, I suppose one of the things is as well, the plane has to be intercepted in an area where it's not going to be noticed. The Hindenburg, when it exploded, for example, had a lot of people
looking at it.
at it at the time. But considering a lot of planes are in the air, no one can really see them.
Hmm. Oh god, yeah, they look like they're really hurt. Oh, this explains why she stumbles on the way out. She doesn't wear high heels.
Yep. Sharon says, how about the Titanic? They could take their time in the middle of the ocean and no one would notice, potentially. But then there were a lot of survivors off on the Titanic, though. Don't forget.
Yeah, they'd be like, these people came from a blue tear in reality.
700 people or so survived on the Titanic, from memory.
See, I told you she was too suspicious to be horny.
Mm-hmm. And be honest, Dom, on your multiple visits to America, after your first visit, how much better did it feel when your biometrics were on file and you just were waltzing through security compared to other people?
Worse, actually, because
Really?
I did my biometric scan and they said, you were here a few months ago. Why are you back? Are you peddling drugs? You're going to come with me and sit in this place for 4 hours while we deal with you. Oh, you're just coming to see your wife. Okay, we'll let you go, I suppose. Oh, every time. That may be
Lizard.
the only scene where
Mm,
it's the exact same scene, like they haven't
yeah.
reshot it.
Well, Lizard Man's saying, is there really any better? Is it really any better transporting people from disasters into a future that's going to be so alien to them, like a sucky future? Well, let's see about it.
It looks like they're getting them for a particular reason. My
Mm-hmm.
guess is organ harvesting.
It's always with the organ harvesting, Dom.
They'd be doomed if they got me. They'd get diabetic organs and it would just kill them quicker.
Yeah, but it sounds like they can make new kidneys and things for people.
Oh, yeah. Or maybe they can cure my diabetes then. Take
Yeah,
me, oh
maybe.
mighty future banditos.
That's why you have to fly southwest.
The price is too high. I can't do it.
And she just stole a car.
Energetic rock music. Mm.
Sharon says Dom, they could be borrowing the playbook from V. People could be food in the future.
Quite possibly. In which case, do not take me. I'm not tasty.
Embry says, I kind of hate the I press a magic button and different things happen each time trope. Yeah.
You imagine pulling out like a keychain of different devices and you try them on each kind of vehicle you come up to. It's like, aha, I've unlocked it. Oh, she's the host of The Hidden.
Eric's saying it's death or a sucky future. I would know what to pick. Well, just wait until you see. James Haley says sucky is better than dead. So we've got kind of contrasting viewpoints. Very interesting.
Is he watering down her drink?
Oh, it's a high. He's putting water in her whiskey.
The monster? Why?
I don't know. Some people do.
Exactly.
The University of Sweden showed that adding water to whiskey boosts the concentration of flavor compounds at the surface of the drink. And Embry says, yeah, cold water and whiskey is an actual thing.
I feel disgusted as a person whose family bloodline is from the Highlands. Monsters.
Mad Matt says that's liquid ice. It was very popular in '89.
So now we're getting the in-between bits. It wasn't necessarily just, you want to go back to my place? Okay, banging.
No.
There was drinks beforehand. Social lubricant. In what looks like a sort of okay sushi bar?
I think it's a sushi. I think it's a high-end hotel.
It could, yeah.
Fraglord says waterbeds were a thing in the 80s. Water drinks fit right in. Zombie Gal says, I had a waterbed. I slept on a waterbed for a couple of weeks, and it was very strange.
Too much sloshing. I'd be afraid. Well, I've seen too many Freddy Krueger
Yeah.
films to sleep in a
Yeah.
water bed.
Sharon, can you confirm that in the 80s that women's hair was as big as that? Like a whole can of hairspray.
I can confirm it. I've got pictures of my mother with hair that's insane.
Kiskaloo and Sharon can confirm enormous 80s hair. Zombie Gal says, and it was a thing in the 90s too. Sharon says sometimes men had bigger hair. See, force a habit from the future.
Amazing. Just love that she just launched it out there.
Yeah. Flicks it over.
The 5 people working there are just irritated. It's like, can these two just leave?
There's a lot of Jameson behind the counter. It's like 4 or 5 bottles of it all stood next to each other.
Yeah. We know their drink of choice.
Yep, Sharon, back when smoking in restaurants was allowed.
Certain places here in Vegas, you still can.
In the UK, I live in Wales. Our anti-smoking laws came a little bit before England. I still think it's only in about the past 10 years.
Yeah. When they weren't allowed in pubs anymore.
2007, it was banned in Wales in public places.
Every time my friends visit me here, they always say the same thing. It's so surreal. They're like, why are people smoking in here?
Yeah. So I can confirm then that was the shirt she was wearing the next morning.
Yeah, because it has the same patterns on it. None of the men in my future have beards as well kept as yours.
But to be honest, look at the men in the future. They all seem to be pretty kind of messed up.
Yes.
Is that one of the things about the future that's not been explained maybe in the explained US film? Is there a problem with the men? If you look, a lot of the men were all augmented with bits of circuitry and the guy in the wheelchair, for example. Is that why they're having to, because there's a population problem, because there's a problem with the men and having to be people from the past?
So it's a children of men scenario.
Quite possibly. Maybe there's a problem with... I would say this is the most 80s hotel room ever, but it's in the 80s, so it's okay.
Oh. Is that a... Oh, God. The carpet, everything about it is just so 80s.
Yeah.
Late 80s. The bed looks about as comfortable as a sack of rocks.
Oh, the bed doesn't look comfortable at all. Mad Matt, maybe you should add this to your... Mad Matt says the book for this film goes into much more detail. Maybe add that to your list, Dom.
Yeah, well, I've got to find that copy of the out-of-print Freddy Krueger book first.
Sharon's saying, "Aha! She came back to get pregnant. So, because the men in the future are sterile, I don't know.
Potentially,
but if they were to have a child, it would have the most beautiful hair and the biggest beard ever seen.
Born with a beard, yeah.
Be like a baby BG.
Oh, Out of all of the areas you could pick to eat the apple, why would you go for the butt? Give her a banana and just see if she just chomp. Oh god, there we go. Reminds me of those images. Like, do you eat McDonald's with the shell on? And it's just someone chomping through the Big Mac box.
Lizardman's saying, we're almost 30 minutes to the credits. I'm hoping for an explanation as to what happened to that plane before they roll.
We're not going to get an explanation, are we? We just get promised that they didn't do it.
James Headley says the baby would have the box office of Heaven's Gate.
Beards on a plane. Oh, God.
The thing is, in that Bee Gees picture that you just posted, Sharon, it looks like the middle Bee Gee is a merge of the two on the outer.
We are BG.
It looks like you put the two of them through the transporter from The Fly. That's the result.
It's true. Hair
Don't
here,
drop that
none here.
apple. It'll go all sticky and manky on the floor.
This is how you get ants.
Yes. Oh, now this is some proper 70s/80s love music from a movie.
Yeah! That's what I was about to say. I'm now picturing the trailer as though it's a romance movie. Time couldn't separate them.
Oh, Fraglord, they will inherit the earth. I actually remember my father having a suitcase very similar to that in the 80s. Like this kind of leather, soft folding one like that.
Yeah. I'm a vampire hunter. Just out of the blue. That's holy water.
Well, there's a damn good reason she's not sleeping in bed with him. If you look, he's laying in the middle of the bed. He's a selfish
pushed
bed
her
hog.
off, yeah.
Yeah. It's that thing where she's been sleeping like that on the edge of the bed on both sides for half an hour. And just said, right, I'm getting up now.
Yeah, I'm awake now.
Yeah, I'm awake now.
Sleep is done.
Yeah.
Hair today, gone tomorrow. Fraglord, these puns.
No, he was sleeping with one eye open because she was going to order E.T. on the box office channel on the on the TV in the room. He's got limits to his expense account. Please don't throw that curtain. If it hits those sorry, don't throw that cigarette if it's lit. If it hits those curtains in the 80s, the room
Everything's
will be
gonna burn.
Polyester will be up in seconds.
I like how calm he is when he's late.
Yeah,
I
but I
am
guess
not this calm.
yeah,
Whenever
but
I'm
then
late,
yeah, but he hasn't got a mobile phone to increase his anxiety.
True. The opposite, actually. The world's going to come to an end if you don't.
Mm. Sharon says, why doesn't she just drug him?
Exactly.
Or use the stunner on his neck, like she did with the kid on the plane. Look, he's a real man. I can see a can of Brute body spray in there.
What is Brute body spray?
Brute? You don't know Brute?
I don't know Brute.
Whew.
I know Lynx and Axe. What's the other? Old
Dum,
Spice.
dum, dum.
Oh, that's cute. It yoinks.
Anyone who was anyone in the 80s.
And Brute.
If you were a man, you used Brute.
Hmm. Ooh.
Everyone's
That
saying
could not be
Brute
fun.
by Fabergé. We've got James Hellier saying it. We've got Mad Matt shouting Brute by Fabergé. And Sharon saying it's a very manly scent. Basically, Dom, as a British person, did your dad ever wear what smelled like generic aftershave?
Yeah. Yeah, it
That's
just smelled
Brute.
like
That's
leather on the woods. The
yeah, that's
fire.
basically what Brute smells of. This generic aftershavey scent that where all things smelt the same.
Mm. The shirt that
No,
ruined the world.
she's changed something in the past.
She yoinked his shirt. What is the council?
The Cenobites.
Yeah. Does anyone call them 747s?
Mm.
What is karate?
High karate. Exactly, Sharon. At its core, the very nature of time travel means you can change something in the past, no matter how small. Simply being in a place you weren't supposed to will change something. Yeah.
Yep.
So they're trying to put the frame of the plane back together. They don't weld all the bits back together, but they, like broken supports and things, they will try and put back together, and then they put all the skin back together. It's very freakish. See if I can find a picture of it. So this is one of the most famous instances of it. I'm going to post a picture.
Is it like seeing a zombie plane?
It's a real one. This is Flight TWA 800, where they retrieved as much of the wreckage as they could to try to put the plane back together.
Good God, yeah. High karate was very John Pertwee. Ooh. That is a fascinating description, and I understand it, which is strange,
Mm.
given that I've never smelt John Pertwee. Well, Bill's lost his mind. Send him to the loony bin. Mulder and Scully would have had this solved in no time. Yeah, that Cenobite is very unsettling.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
I'm glad they didn't put comically oversized glasses on the kid in the 50s.
No. No, but look.
Yeah. I saw it punch a hole clean through a guy's sternum.
Yep.
It was cool.
Well, what you need to do is take this panel off the doohickey and wedge it in here in the circuitry.
Yeah. And then you get stunned. It's great.
Mm.
It's one hell of a rush. Been chasing that dragon since yesterday. It's made of metal in some futuristic city called China?
China? Made in China. Yes, James, it's like every Daniel J. Travanti movie ever. Very odd part of his filmography. He's a very serious actor, yeah.
Oh, that's a twist.
So he was the kid on the
Yeah.
plane.
So Bill Smith is a fake name.
No.
His real name is Jones, not
It's not
Smith.
Smith.
Laser beams prepare for
Yeah.
countdown.
Oh
Let's put
dear.
it together with yours.
I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't put. I mean, one part's 25 years older than the other part.
Yeah. This is a slow burn of a film, but it's
Mm,
incredibly entertaining. And
yeah.
the questions they throw at you are enticing.
Yeah. I mean, one of the biggest question is it right what they're doing? Is it right to take someone to a future that they didn't want, that they didn't
That's
ask for?
true. And we don't even know what they're doing it for yet.
See, they even duplicate their fingerprints.
Mm.
Lizardman says, "Can you save the making out before I get my answers?"
No one has any beards.
There we go.
You're not special, Bill. Shut up and get back to your day job.
Welcome, Laser Gun Barbarian. We've already done a Masters of the Universe watch party. We did it with Oliver Harper. If you look back a few months on the YouTube channel, you'll find it there. It was great fun.
Just synchronize the time and watch along.
Yeah. Don't.
Well, he was the only person who'd missed me, so I can go now. That and my wife and 6 kids and the cat, the dog, my subscription to Playboy Monthly. No one else will miss me, though.
Oh dear.
Mm.
Yeah, the past is screwed. The future's screwed anyway.
Yeah. Oh no! Fires!
Timequake Infinity. But it's about to be very clever as to what's happening. But why is there a timequake infinity?
Yeah. Now is not the time to be pointing fingers, dude. Get out of that chair and say that to my face.
Sharon, that doctor was one of the people who invented the time travel.
Mm.
So with him dead, the paradox has completely collapsed their existence. Exactly,
Because without
Kislu, there
him,
you
time
go.
travel couldn't exist.
The gate can't exist, so it's maximum paradox, exactly.
The holding pens?
Yeah, well, that's where the people have been held. So that, see, they're all basically in stasis, ready to be
Yeah.
decided what to be done with.
I've been saving this for a rainy day.
So what the plan now is to try, before the time quake completely gets to them, to send everyone as far into the future as possible.
To outrun the timequake.
Yep.
And hope for the best.
Exactly, Lizard Man, exactly. But without him, they can't use time travel at all, so no one can get saved. But now they need to get them through a portal that won't exist because they went back. So they're basically racing to get ahead of the timeline adjusting.
I'll open the zombie bin. Whoops. Why put these two so close together?
Will there be an in-flight meal?
How are we not seeing like famous people that disappeared? Or like Elvis walking and
Yeah. Sharon says, for this
Abraham
time
Lincoln
quake
and
to happen
such.
at the same time the Doc died, this time cannot. It's not happening at the same time as the Doc dying, but what's happened is they changed the past and then time adjusts, has to catch up and adjust.
Yeah.
So it's like
There's
the
a catch up
ripples of
period.
in the past. It takes a while for it to catch up.
Yeah, where's Glenn Miller? Exactly, where is Glenn
Exactly.
Miller?
Richie Valance and the Big Bopper. Well, that's very interesting, Mad Matt. Walk into the light. So, question I would say this film poses is, if you look when they're taken off as well, they have to walk into the light when they come off the planes.
Mm.
Have they been doing this for a long time with people where, because the perception of death, we say about walk into the light?
Oh, it's a metaphor.
Mm.
Oh god, they were just chunks of flesh. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize the Hellraiser metaphor would get so close.
Mm. That's some really nice explosions.
Yeah.
The blowing up of everything. Yeah, Sharon, this is kind of sad, but we're going to talk about some bits on the end here.
And these people were doomed anyway.
Yeah. Yes, Lizard Man, it's like a 70s sci-fi movie that's 9 years too late. Kind of. It's not. It's a very interesting ending. Sharon says a Mr. Roboto can go too.
If you synchronize me to your Apple smartwatch, I can go with you anyway. You have to choose between me and your hair care products.
Yes. Look, the robot is crying.
And he's still out. Well, he's crying because he hasn't blinked yet. Almost.
Almost.
Now, if that's not an 80s effect, I don't know what is. I like to think this is not the end, was to tell the audience that they can't leave the cinema yet.
There we go, everybody. That was Millennium. Film which many of you haven't seen. I really like it. I think it's quite deep, especially the ending. How do you interpret that ending? Let's take some people, how they interpret the ending. Lasergun Barbarian, if you want a really good laugh, do the Hawk the Slayer watch party. We've done one. Please have a look at it. It was a lot of fun. Dom and I loved that. So,
yes.
Back to Millennium. Dom, what did you think?
I'm guessing that it's a well-worn but good sci-fi time travel trope of time being completely cyclical, and by going forward enough into the future, you're actually going into the past. And so they are at the dawn of man. It's not the end of the
It could be.
end.
I mean,
it's the beginning, the end of the beginning. Yeah.
The ending as well is the reason I said it's very similar to Black Hole at the ending is it's what you make of it. Because exactly, Mad Max sent so far into the future, but it's the Garden of Eden. Look at a couple of things we had. We had her eating an apple, so the Adam and Eve metaphor. And the end, did they go into the Garden of Eden? Did they go into the afterlife? Like very much like the ending of the Black Hole, they go into an indescript future. But are they really dead? But are they really dead?
They were talking about how there's no souls in the future that they were in, so...
No, in the clone bodies, they can't make the souls. They can clone the people, but not put souls in the bodies.
Yeah. So there is definitely a religious undertone, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. It's a film that you'll be thinking, I don't know what it was. It was...
Like you said, I think it's whatever you make of it.
Yeah. Zombie Girl says they're going to have a future that she's going to have his baby, but is that baby maybe going... Are they maybe going to be Adam and Eve, and that child is Adam and Eve's child?
Which one, Cain or Abel?
Which one came first? Which one was first?
I think Cain is the older, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like, there's a lot to it, and that's what I really like about that. It's Lizard Man's got it there. I think this movie definitely proves there is a wrong week to stop sniffing glue. But anyway, I'll take the comments from the Discord and from YouTube community, please, about what you thought of that film. If you can give me your summaries. Dom.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good film, and going in with as little information as possible is the best way to watch this film.
It doesn't go where you think it's going.
No, in every direction I was like, oh, we're going here, then I can see. It took a sharp left turn, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe not.
Kiskaloo says, it's been a long time since I saw it, but I still enjoyed it. Sharon said, wrong day, pick sniffing glue. Lizard Man, seriously enjoyed it. It was a fun watch. And James Helly says, I liked Daniel J. Travanti. I can see Mad Matt's typing. I've picked a very fun film for next week. I'll tell you about in a minute, which I can't wait for. Here we go. I'm seeing some of our amazing friends are just typing up their thoughts. I'm about to get an essay. Mad Matt says, hard to rewatch it knowing all the plot. I found it's better not knowing as much about it. Fraglord, it was interesting, felt a little slow, maybe in parts. Sharon, it was a really fun movie, great fun with you all. It's always fun with all of you. James Kelly, why was it called Millennium?
They're 1,000 years in the future?
Maybe. Yes, this is man, you're right. It's one of those movies that works best with no spoilers at all to it. Phonic says, I saw it yesterday and glad I watched it again today. I'm just waiting for Zombie Gal, who's typing something, and so is Mad Matt. Just wait for that. So,
Hair Products by Sebastian International Pyrotech.
Zombie Gal says, it's been a while since I watched it. It was a good watch. Yes, it is. So, everybody, next week, we will be watching a film from, I believe, 1977. So slightly older than we have for some stuff. We will be watching Damnation Alley, which, if you've never seen it before, is a great fun film. It's a 1970s kind of B schlock movie about a nuclear wasteland, and it's got Jan Michael Vincent in it, and it's got George Peppard in it. It's great fun. I'll put the trailer in the Discord for those who haven't seen it. It's awesome. So everybody, stay safe, look after each other, be kind, and we will see you all in 7 days. Until then, bye-bye.
Catch you next time.